will some sex scene happen already in this porno? What kind of porno is this?
Pedro, bad news. It's not a porno. By the way, the fire is still burning
Yeah,
in the background.
but by the way, the forest is still burning in the background.
The fire is a metaphor for
This game, it's actually said, Arcadia Bay is literally a town full of dogs saying, this is okay, this is fine, this is fine.
Okay. So, I just want to remind you, an entire forest fire that is cutting off the town from people being able to get in, people are still fine with that. But snow falling in the summer, suddenly everyone acts like it's the apocalypse. And don't get me wrong, the snow falling in the summer is still a worrying thing, but really, people were more shocked at that than the flipping forest fire, which, you know, is dangerous, mind you. Forest fires grow, and grow unless they're attended to properly.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not quite sure I want to watch a porn with these characters in it. Not just because they're underage, but even if they were of legal age, I still wouldn't want to watch.
Oh, I'm mostly joking this. Not to mention, remember Dibs, the voice acting in this game is pretty much on par with your usual acting in pornos. So that's
honestly, you know what's sad? Honestly, Chloe probably looks cuter in this game than she does in the original Life is Strange game. Partially due to the art style working better in this game.
Yeah, they have a better character model here. That's why.
But also, I'm sorry, the dorky blue hair just never suited Chloe well. Like, she looks better with her natural hair.
Freaking intense.
Granted, maybe that's just my personal preference.
This is the bit where I decide when I go full on ahead.
Pretty good. Okay, the whole show was good. I admit it. Yeah.
Hey, I remember this setup.
It was magical. You see what I mean? See, this acting is pretty much on par with your average porno. So that's why I'm getting these burped. That's where I'm getting these vibes from.
Oh God, this reminds me so much of my.
Oh my God! 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 They're holding hands. That's so lewd.
You can tell there's
I'm holding
the guitar playing.
I'm holding hands with Rachel Senpai. How cool is that?
You know, guys, a British soap opera went so far as having two lesbian characters kissing in 1994, and that was pre-Watershed Hours. You know, that was back when it was considered adult for two characters of the same sex.
Oh God! You know what?
Soap operas considered to be adult shows.
You know what, Whips? Never mind. I take back what I said. Even pornos at least have somewhat better acting than this.
Why not?
Yeah. What about money? Basically, Rachel is like, come on, let's just leave. Let's just leave Arcadia Bay right now. So I'm asking, what about the money? Yeah, I gave the money away. So.
I collected the money Frank wanted, but then I gave it back to
You know what? I can't believe that Chloe is the one speaking common sense here.
Shit.
Maybe Rachel's disappearance really did mess her up.
Not looking forward to
We'll never know, of course.
Nah, she was already messed up. This only exacerbated the problem.
Anyway, I've got more than enough to start us out.
I meant it messed her up more than she already was.
Yeah. I mean, I've played a bit of True Colors, so it's not like Deck 9 are cursed when it comes to voice acting.
Oh no! This game was just a bad timing. It was a tragic case of bad timing.
Voice actors strike. Like again, this game. Okay, like I said, it is hard to be as mad at this game as I am at the original Life is Strange. You know what? I'm not even mad at this game really. This game had way more stuff working against it than the original Life is Strange did.
Here's the thing, Jova. We didn't like the first game to begin with, so we don't really have anything to get mad about anyway.
Well, okay, no, the first game legit had some stuff that was done so terribly that, no, I could actually get mad at it. This just feels more incompetence that I can laugh at.
So yeah, Chloe's going to fix the truck so that we can leave on it.
Can't just...
Yeah, that's a good point. What about?
Oh my God, Chloe actually. Wait, I'm sorry.
Sound like Chloe.
Was that the writers realizing how much it would shock fans that Chloe's actually speaking common sense?
I mean, she still lives with her parents in the main game, so...
Keep in mind, though, Dwibs, in the original game, the only reason she hasn't left already is because of owing Frank money. Like, like in the original game, she is all for leaving.
All right, and now this is the point where it happens.
What does Rachel get run over by a car?
No, Dwibs, we already know how Rachel dies, Dwibs.
Because when's that stopped things before?
Oh, Shiroi, you're just in time. We're about to get... basically, we're going, Shiroi. They held hands. Ooh, salute.
Okay, Shiroi, if
Yes,
you've
it's
read
very
those...
lewd.
Okay, Shiroi, if you've read Dojins, you know where this is going.
Yeah. There you go. So now, Chloe is going to get a bit afraid and asks Rachel for some kind of proof of love. Basically, sure, while you're gone, Rachel said, oh, let's leave Arcadia Bay right now. And
ironically, it was Chloe who was pointing out all the problems with just up and leaving.
So, but now Chloe becomes afraid and wants some evidence, as you're about to see, or some proof if you prefer. Yeah, right now.
Rachel, stop. If you don't mean this, it's just making me feel like shit that this life you're describing isn't going to happen.
For fuck's sake! I've never been more serious in my life.
What, that animation? Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, so what would it take to convince you, she asks. Your bracelet, a kiss, or a tattoo? A kiss.
How about, Oh.
There you are.
How
Cute.
romantic.
Nice.
So, Shiroi, how does this one fare up against the Chloe and Max one?
Convincing enough? Yeah.
I mean, this is probably the better relationship because they're both pretty chaotic.
Yes, very good, Rachel. Now, kiss her neck. There you go. All right.
They can fix each other.
All right.
Oh my god, guys, look, it's snowing!
No, don't stop, Rachel. Kiss her neck and also undress her while you do it.
Wait, hold on. Either it's snowing or that's ash from the fires falling.
It's ash from the fire.
God damn it! God damn it! This is such a fucking tease. I have worse acting than pornos and no sex. Like just.
Wait.
This.
You think it's a sign?
I should leave tonight. Really?
No, I think it's a sign that Arcadia Bay may be burning if someone doesn't do something.
I'm not even kidding, Shiroi. I've seen lesbian pornos with better acting than this. I just.
Gotta say, my clothes look damn good on you. Cool. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely ash. No, Rachel, the ash is a sign that you started a forest fire and somebody needs to do something. It's not a sign that you should just leave these people.
Remember, we're ignoring that, Jova. It doesn't. That fire only exists in your mind right now. But anyway.
There, we are literally seeing ash from the fire falling. How are we supposed to ignore that?
All right, before we go into Rachel's house, I actually want
integrity, honesty, loyalty. James Ambrose, you're
subtle.
Get it? Because the district attorney is cheating on his wife.
Blips, allow me to smack you with a brick to show how fucking unsubtle this thing is. There you go. Anyway, let me take a moment to be a bit more constructive. Actually, here's a problem with trying to take the relationship between these two problem. It kind of makes the first game even worse in retrospect because. So basically, if you take the shipping path on both games, if you think about it, so basically Chloe lost Rachel, and basically just used Max as a replacement. When you get right down to it.
That's exactly what I mentioned in an earlier part here. Like,
wow, Max is the rebound girl.
Yes, Max is the rebound girl, Shirley.
Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, don't worry, Jova. I know what you're gonna say, but just roll with me for now. And for whatever reason, her parents are being incredibly nice to Chloe, even though just this morning they all learned about what kind of person Chloe is, about doing the whole drugs thing and the being a delinquent thing and being expelled and all that shit. You'd think they would be a bit more hesitant at having this girl at their house, but whatever.
My guess was that, with all the point of Chloe trying to, take one for the team on Rachel, they figure, she kind of...
Let me interrupt you there, Joey, because even if you do allow Rachel to take the fall, they still do this. They do this either way. So it's not choice driven.
So. Oh, no. What I'm talking specifically about is even if Rachel does ultimately take the fall, Chloe does initially try to take the blame and all that. So my guess is that as far as the parents know, this is a girl who was definitely trying to help their daughter.
I don't quite buy it. I still don't buy it.
Mind you, I should point out, I feel like I'm at the point where I should deserve a writing credit for this game, so that is not a good sign.
Yep.
Exactly meet each other at our best this morning, but with you and Rachel becoming such fast friends...
But you know what, all the same,
Yes,
maybe the parents just aren't... maybe the parents aren't judgmental assholes, I mean, honestly, that's kind of a refreshment, given a lot of the characters in the original game.
Of course. Great.
Again, that's kind of an amazing... Well, I shouldn't say an amazing thing, but amazing by Life is Strange standards at this point. A lot of these characters don't just start off as, needless assholes. And even though the dad is cheating on his wife, he at least appears to come off as a nice guy initially. Whereas in the original Life is Strange game, you had a lot of people who were just a-holes to try and justify Chloe being the way she is. Oh, mind you, some did have hidden depth here and there, but it was not really well handled, as we pretty much summarized at the end of that game.
Anyway, the basic point is that, we were supposed to just go up there, get our things, and leave, but the parents were very insistent that Chloe joins us for dinner, so we're gonna have a nice dinner with the Ambers.
Yes, Chloe, what could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Are we going to have more of the verbal abuse mechanic?
We can. However, this is actually one of those cases where I'm going to choose a different option than the verbal abuse mechanic, actually, because from a context standpoint, when you see it in context, it kind of doesn't make much sense for Chloe to go about that. So I decide not to. Go ahead, Jova. I can recap this later.
Again, to give this game some credit, it's not like they force you to go the verbal abuse route with Chloe, which does suggest that even though she had some aspects of that, she's not yet to the Chloe Price that most people absolutely detest by the time of the original Life is Strange game. Again, it's really... it has the glimpse of an awesome potential here. Again, the problem is the lack of payoff, or even the proper beginning to this point in her life as well. Oh, sure, we know her dad died, but we don't really get to see the gradual process things went over in this case here and there. Which really just make me wonder, we're some missing first act and final act just lopped off from both ends of the game. Again, this is probably still just a theory overall, but man, it really does feel like there was other stuff here and there.
Probably.
And again, it wouldn't be Square Enix's first time of chopping down on something, so I do believe something's up here.
In the meantime, staff is going, you get medals for 2 good deeds today. We saved the play, and like I said, we saved Drew and his dad's money. And
saved the forest.
And Chloe... Sorry, Shiroi. We all forgot about the forest at this point, apparently.
Guys, there is literally ash from the forest fire now falling into the streets. That's, kind of a bad sign.
I'm not okay, first of all, let me just finish. And Chloe's all like, tell Mikey and Drew I'm rooting for them and all that shit. That being said, what Jova says is a good point. Again, why is everybody so nonchalant and completely ignoring the fucking forest fire. Like she always said, everybody has turned into the dog from the meme. What the fuck?
And look, I know, like, realistically, forest fires can take days to actually put out, but the fact that nobody's acknowledging it is what's insane to me.
That's what I said, Sheila. This story is so incredibly tone deaf. Like, seriously, tone. Zach doesn't understand tone at all. Go on, Jova.
And yes, sometimes a forest fire just has to burn itself out. The thing is, a lot of buildings are in close proximity to the forest, or at least they're close enough, again, mind you, that the ashes are falling into the street. I think there might be a potential fire hazard. Just saying. Like, even if this doesn't threaten all the buildings in Arcadia Bay, if it threatens even just one building, I think they should be on high alert. Because fire has a tendency of spreading. And if the houses are close enough, well, do the math.
Exactly.
I can see why the two of you get along so well.
You can? Because it still seems crazy to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I just met her.
Mr. Amber.
This is crazy.
Integrity, honesty, loyalty.
What?
It's on your lawn.
God, even the pacing of the conversation is unnatural. There's like a half-second pause between each line. Like...
So it's like a Mega Man X7 conversation.
Well, like seriously, is the plot twist that they're all robots? Because that would explain a lot.
I mean, that would be pretty bad, being on par with a 2003 PS2 game.
Yeah, you know what, Libs? I'm gonna call it. A Curious Village style plot twist would have been great. They would explain a lot of this shit. Turns out everybody in Arcadia Bay are robots.
So, you putting me to work, or what?
Yes. If you could please take 4 plates from the cupboard and...
So, yeah, taking a cue from Heavy Rain, now we have to set a table. Because that's fun.
So what you're saying is that the 4 plates should be in the kitchen cupboard?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Should be in the kitchen cupboard. Should be in the kitchen cupboard. Should be in the kitchen cupboard. And there it is.
I heard you the first time. Please stop.
We found it, everybody. We found the kitchen cupboard.
But I was looking for the computer room.
Lots of dishes, though.
Ha! Get it? No skeletons in the closet.
This isn't a closet. It's a kitchen cupboard.
Should be in the closet. Should be in the closet.
Closet should be in the closet.
I'm not even sure why she said no skeleton. Like, it's not a closet.
Go ahead, Jova.
Hey, Chloe. Drew's out of surgery. Oh, he already got into surgery.
Well, remember, Damon fucked up his knee, so...
Yeah, he probably need emergency care
Oh,
for
yeah.
that one.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit, Mikey. I'm so sorry. It's okay. You stuck with me. Plus, you saved our money. We owe you. See, Chloe? You can do nice things for other people. Which will lead you to another question. What exactly stopped Chloe from doing good deeds? In fact, she even says, wish I could have helped more. Hey, Steph says you in the play. What? I've had a busy day. Yeah, actually, Chloe, you have had a busy day. Getting expelled, yet doing all these good deeds, and even getting to be in a play. Most heroes do. So, again, this really does lead us to ask, did Rachel disappearing really mess Chloe up to the point where she became, in everything but the script's admittance, the villain by the time of Life is Strange?
Well, if anything... It seems like every single time one person in her life dies, Chloe's worst traits grow in tremendous size. So I guess that's how she works. Like nobody if you're in any way an acknowledgement of Chloe, make sure you don't die, because if you do, she will get even worse. Like seriously,
this is a similar problem to the main problem with Phoenix and Apollo Justice. Yes, we do technically see the event that causes his change, but we don't get to properly see the transition because time skip got a time skip in anime and all that.
It's more...
Chloe is the mother from Fairly Odd Parents. Like, everything I touch dies.
Oh,
it's because like I said, I really hate this stupid thing that this franchise does with Chloe about the whole the death of a loved one causes this person to go to completely get against the world and everybody, even people who he or she cares about, and it's just like, fuck off. Fuck off. Like if this girl, like if like, okay, a death of a beloved one is of course a very horrible thing to happen to anyone, especially a 13-year-old. But don't come at me like as if that's somehow something that makes sense to happen all the time. Because if Chloe became so messed up just because her dad died, then clearly there were unexplained emotional problems already before. Because I still don't buy that whole shit about how, like I said, because it didn't happen to me. So I genuinely believe that Chloe already had some kind of messed up issues that the games never tell us about before the dad died. Because, like, because she had a supporting mother to help her through it. It's not like she had to grieve alone or anything. It's like...
Now, admittedly, not everybody is the same, and I can get how losing one parent, especially at an age that young, can mess one up. I consider myself lucky that, you know, I may be in my 20s, but it's nice to still have my parents alive and well here and there. Now, mind you, I would probably not become an evil sociopath like Chloe does by the time of Life is Strange. But, admittedly, life has been tough on her, and she has not been able to get the help she needs. Again, the problem is really just that they had her go way too far. Do not get me wrong. I am not saying that you should give up on your friends, even if they're being very difficult. However, there comes a point when you really just have to be that friend who puts your foot down and just opts to really get them the help they need. And if they refuse that, then, well, yeah, they just may not have a place in your lives anymore. This was part of the problem with Max being such a doormat in the original Life is Strange game. The one time she calls out Chloe, we get that incredibly terrible line of Chloe doubling down by saying that, oh, I just blame everyone else, otherwise it's my fault and all that. And we never get a proper resolution to that. At best, we get Chloe kind of realizing, you know, I kind of really do suck. And you know what? To be noble, I'm gonna opt for you to sacrifice me to save the town. As if that's supposed to excuse everything.
If this would be the part where I usually recap what we just went through, but honestly, this conversation is so inane and inconsequential that I'm not even gonna bother. Trust me, you didn't miss anything.
Oh, this bit.
Give it a shot.
Rose and I were worried about Rachel. Yesterday was so unlike her. What do you suppose is going on?
Besides me or besides you? Let's go beside me. Let's not immediately accuse him because it's not exactly going to help us at this point.
Another joke.
You tell me.
You know, again, oddly enough, the parents, and yes, the dad is cheating. However, he does not outright act like a dick. Because usually what a lot of lazy stories like to do with people who are cheating is just make them, obviously unlikable,
not to
when you wonder how nobody has caught on to it. I will give the story credit. They actually do have him act nice, so you can get how, you know, people wouldn't automatically suspect him.
Not to mention, the whole cheating thing. Let's just say that the end of this episode is going to tell you that not everything is as it seems.
Oh boy. Can't wait till we get to
that. Although, there's still a very weird question that I have about it when we actually get to the twist, though. But go on, Shiroi.
Let me put it like this, Shiroi. It is like... I want to say it's soap opera level complicated, but I think it's at a level of needlessly complicated that even a soap opera would say you were overdoing it.
You want to ask something, Shiroi?
Did the wife cheat first and this is like a revenge thing?
That might actually be a better twist, to be honest with you. Because that actually sounds like fun, because there will be a lot of arguing and bickering and a lot of breaking stuff, but breaking is cool.
I will just say this, Shiroi, prepare to be confused.
Yeah.
That's probably the best I can go without spoiling it.
Don't worry, Shiro. You'll be confused, but the next part right after this explains it, so you won't have to wait long to know your answer.
Again, I will say this. Having another look at this game, it's kind of like Apollo Justice, where, yes, I really dislike them, but looking back, I can definitely see the potential that could have worked out if they were made under better circumstances. I
don't know, Jova. Apollo Justice, if you ask me, is way more infuriating and way more insulting to me as an Ace Attorney fan. Whereas this, even if I was a fan of the first game, I still don't think it's nearly as much as an insult as Apollo Justice with what it does to Phoenix and other stuff, to be honest with you.
No. I'm saying they're similar in the sense that, yes, they are definitely messes, and Apollo Justice is still a very complex issue for me to talk about. It is something that I simultaneously dislike, but kind of like. Well, okay, not so much but I constantly see the potential.
Oh, sure.
And I can kind of get why that game has built up a bit of a cult fan base in that regard. There is definitely some good points in it.
It's
some stuff it did have.
It's like I said, Jova, it's the Zack Snyder syndrome. People love the ideas, but seem to ignore the terrible execution, basically.
Getting good at this.
I will admit, though, there were sadly some things that... I do feel sorry for fans of certain aspects of that game that weren't carried over the best in the later games.
I can understand.
Another time.
Yeah, I can understand that, but at the same time, considering the absolute mess that game left the series at, I mean, let's face it, Yamazaki did the best he could to clean up the room.
Oh yes. Let me put it like this: that man was probably the most qualified writer, aside from Takumi, given his experience with the franchise. And yes, well, it may not reflect as well in hindsight. No. Dual Destinies was kind of something that the fan base needed.
That game had a huge fucking task ahead of itself, so I'm willing to cut it some slack. But anyway, let's focus on this.
So, Chloe, are you...
Is the woman cheating with both of them?
Don't
wait.
Don't worry, Shiroi. You'll see.
Suggesting, Shiroi, that the wife is cheating with her husband on her husband.
So plot twist.
No, the woman in the middle is cheating with both of them, respectively.
That would be funny. But sure, even better. Sure, plot twist. They're all together in a threesome.
And that's fine.
Yeah. It's just that Rachel doesn't know, so she thinks they're cheating, but in reality, they're just swinging.
Again, this porno keeps bringing up possible scenarios for sex scenes, but I still don't see any sex scenes here.
Fire like that could only come from a crime of passion.
Passion?
Gee!
What does that mean?
Yes, fire. Kind of like the fire that could kill us.
Yep.
And then, before the even middle of their conversation, the fire just reached the home and blew it up.
In the meantime, Dibs, don't worry, you missed nothing. No, I'm not kidding. You missed exactly nothing.
Why would anyone do that?
Any number of reasons. With everything
So,
going on
to be fair, he did say that the commissioner is reporting that it's a case of arson. Oh, irony! He doesn't know that his
So, there you go, Shiroi. He's acknowledging the fire. He's not doing anything about it, but he's acknowledging it. That's something, I guess.
So, does Arcadia Bay not have, a
fireman
fire department or some expert who can handle this?
Apparently not, Joe.
Fire department is
hold on. This is important. Yeah, and Rachel is angry that he's talking about the family. Yeah, Rachel, calm down. Don't explode. I know that's your thing, Rachel, but don't explode. Don't cause a house fire. There you go, Dibs. I could do an attack James, but I'm going to calm Rachel instead, because I feel like that's what Nicole would probably do, because, attacking James would just make things harder for us at this point.
Keep in mind, Dibs, this is pre-Life is Strange Chloe, so she still has some modicum of common sense at this point.
Keep calm.
Yeah, come on, Rachel. Don't start a house fire. Rachel, don't burn things. Rachel, don't burn.
I started that fire so I could throw my father into it.
Oh, fucking baloney.
Language, young lady? Yeah, go ahead.
Crap.
Really, Chloe? The I dropped my fork cliche?
I dropped my fork. Can I get another one, please?
That's the oldest cliche in the book, Chloe.
Bullshit anymore.
Rachel!
Stop it, Dad. You're a hypocrite.
Chloe, Rachel, this is not helping.
Cheating piece of shit, motherfucker.
Excuse me?
We saw you yesterday at the Overlook
James?
kissing that woman.
James.
Rachel? Honey, whatever you saw or think you saw, I know it's hard.
You gaslighting piece of shit.
No, actually, believe it or not, he's not.
Think we saw?
Oh.
Are you trying to
Believe,
Like
I know it's hard to believe, Shirai, but he is not.
Chloe's there with
There you go, see? Oh my god, Shirai, this game just made you agree with Chloe.
I use the same
Ew, gross.
You are not welcome here or around my...
A broken clock is right twice a day.
That is true, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, actor of the father, but could we have another take?
Can someone please act in this game?
That's enough, James. I will not have you continue to speak.
Rachel, don't look at the fire. Don't burn. Don't burn things, Rachel.
Oh, here we go.
Rachel,
Burn the father alive.
Rachel, stop
She's
burning.
gonna knock over.
Rachel, stop burning things.
Rachel.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't like how the fire's continuously in shot.
You'll see. You'll see. Hold on. Okay, that's better than burning things, to be fair.
the fucking truth.
Somehow that knocked over the fire without getting it on the
Okay,
carpet.
okay, honey. I will. Now, can you please ask that again, and this time act like you mean it?
Me, my dad?
None of
Hold on, twist.
That woman you saw,
Here we go.
that wasn't my mistress.
Ah, so you have a mistress.
Hold on.
That was your mother.
Dun dun dun!
Okay, that explains why she keeps showing up at random places where, she probably wouldn't be, like at school plays and things. But still, what the fuck?
Okay, Stuart, you didn't tell me that this is a theme from Neighbours. No, not Neighbours, like EastEnders.
That begs the
told you.
That begs the question, though. I need you guys to explain this to me. Okay. In that case, and remember, the mom didn't act surprised, and believe it or not, Shirai, the mom knows about this. This is not a secret. He's not hiding it sorry, not the mom. Like, Rose knows this, aka his wife. Rose knows about this, so it's not like he's been hiding this from her. He's just been hiding it from Rachel. That being said,
That's bad on its own, though.
don't worry, Shirai, we're going to address that. But that being said, though, okay, that explains the whole thing. Just one question, though. How come he kissed her, though? Because people who are separated don't just... Like, he's married, and yes, he was in a relationship with her a long time ago, but... that being said, and later on, Shirai, don't worry, saying this doesn't spoil anything. Later on, Shirai, in the beginning of the next episode, he's going to say that was just a kiss goodbye, and don't worry, you'll see why when we get the extra context. But I'm sorry, married men don't kiss their exes like that. At least not that I'm aware of.
It would have been thingy if it was just, like a quick peck on the cheek goodbye or whatever. They were smacking lips. Like, that's...
Yeah.
By the way, the fire's still
Still a
burning.
fire.
Okay, so...
Hold on. There you go. Samantha stayed behind to cheer for Nathan. Again, I'm sorry, but I forgot to explore this subplot. Don't worry, it doesn't go anywhere.
She looks happy. It's such a shame knowing that this will accomplish nothing.
Yeah.
Because in the original Life is Strange game, well...
Yeah.
By the time he ends up dead, or...
That's what I said. That's what I said, Joe. By the time I got to this scene, I remember, oh shit, I forgot to explore this subplot in the playthrough. Whatever. It's not like it goes anywhere, so whatever.
And there's Rachel's mom walking through a field of ash. And yes, that fire is getting closer.
Kyrie eleison.
Still sure.
Kyrie That's from Hunchback of Notre Dame when they show Nat and Paris burning. It means it's Latin for God, may God have mercy. Go on, Shiroi.
Shiroi, like I mentioned, there's a reason that this is needlessly complicated to a point where even soap operas wouldn't do it. The game never explains why the father was, kissing. Okay, we don't even know for sure if that woman is his ex-wife. We just know that she's, Rachel's mother.
We know. We're about to hear the backstory. Actually, they were married at some point. According to him, it was a kiss goodbye. According to him, it was a kiss goodbye. And Rose, as you're gonna see, she's apparently okay with this. Apparently, she has no problem with him kissing her in the lips. Apparently. I mean...
Here's the thing. If they had just explained this to a proper detail, it wouldn't be nearly as confusing. Unfortunately, with what we have... foreshadowing.
That preview tells us exactly nothing. Whatever.
The car will start. Never could have guessed that. But no. Basically, though, this is needlessly confusing. Are they in an open relationship? Because the mother is A-okay with this. In fact, the mother knew, so this just leads you to say, why didn't she just pressure the father to tell Rachel about this? Lord knows it would have solved so many problems. And granted, I'm not going to act like a soap opera has never gone that complex, but most soap operas I've seen don't go that needlessly complex. At least they explain their stuff, as convoluted as it can get. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there you go. The father wasn't cheating, actually, which means that Rachel was about to just upend her entire life over a misunderstanding.
It's not to mention, to be fair, the game is going to properly explain everything in the beginning of the next episode and try to explain why the dad hid this from her. He does have a reason. Even if you disagree with it, I can understand where he would come from on this. But again, we'll go into detail about it in the next part. And in fact, over the course of the next part, in fact. Shiroi, do you have anything to add?
Nope.
Good.
Not really.
All right, in that case, everybody, in the next part, we'll start episode 3 of EastEnders, the game. See ya.
See you then.
See ya.